Time to talk free agency, and in this video, I'm going to give you 10 free agents the Detroit Lions should look to sign in this up-and-coming free agent period. In this video, we're going to have 10 players be higher contracts, names you've probably heard quite a bit about in free agency's top 100. You're also going to have individuals that are in the lower end spectrum to help out fulfill the Lions' 53-man roster. Not everybody's got to be a big name. Also, one of the players is signed, and we'll talk about that. But before we get into today's video, if you think it's a real sound and smart idea to go ahead and have a sleepover with Leatherface, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. And sometimes being a Lions fan, you get all sorts of chopped up. Also, make sure you take that like button with you and let Leatherface turn that into a mask. Let's get into today's Lions top 10 free agents. My favorite free agents right now that will be on the market here is Marcus Williams, the safety from the New Orleans Saints. If you don't know who he is, 25-year-old playmaker, really made their defense much better. This guy is exactly what the Lions need. We need help at the safety position in a big way. We're talking about Will Harris was manning down the position until he kind of transitioned to cornerback. Then we had Tracy Walker, who's at this point not signed as while I'm making this video. And even if he is, you still need help at the safety position. It may be the biggest position hole right now we have on this football team. We look at his stats last year, pretty solid. He had 52 solo tackles, 1 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, and 8 pass defense. He is a guy that can get the turnover. He is a guy that can help out this offense by getting the ball back to them, and that is something that we don't see a lot last year. Turnover battles, you win that, potentially, most likely, we've seen you can win football games. Let me know in the comment section below, do you think it'd be a good idea for the Detroit Lions to sign Marcus Williams? That will be the pinned comment for this video. Why for yes and for no? Let me know what you guys think about this guy. I like him, but I want to hear from you. Next player on my list is a wide receiver who we know who has played for the Chicago Bears. That's Allen Robinson, 28 years old. This guy still has big-time playability in him. Last year, a little bit of a down year, injury-prone, Matt Nagy offense. Yeah, it was a cluster. Let's just put it that way. And I think if the Lions want to get help there at the wide receiver position, he could be an option for them. Now, we've been hearing the connections right now with Allen Robinson to the Detroit Lions as of recent. Well, because we need help there. And if you look at his stats last year, 38 receptions, 410 yards, 1 touchdown, 10.8 average. I think it can get better. I think these stats are a product of what I was saying before. But it is a concern when a player was injured. That is something that is the risk-reward. Still, I think if you add Allen Robinson to this Lions offense, it's going to open up Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's going to open up T.J. Hockenson. It's going to open up Josh Reynolds, who we just resigned. This offense will be better. Consistent plays offensively will keep the defense on the sideline. That'll help you win football games. The Lions need help at the backup quarterback position. And why not look at Josh Rosen? Why did I put Marcus Mario on this list? Why did I put Mitchell Trubisky on this list? Because honestly, I don't think the Lions are going to be able to sign them. They're probably going to command a little bit more money than the Lions are willing to use for the backup role, because probably those two are looking for a situation where they can compete for a starting job, and we're not going to be able to put that money out there. So look at Josh Rosen, who's 25 years old. Yes, he's been from Arizona to Miami to San Francisco last year at Atlanta, but he did well as a backup for Atlanta for Matt Ryan. I think that would be solid for the Detroit Lions to get a better backup in him. It's not going to cost too much. He is better than Tim Boyle. Most definitely. He is better than Tim Boyle. He's better than David Blau, who we didn't trust. I think it would be not a bad option to have him as our backup. How about Jack Fox, the punter for the Detroit Lions? We need to re-sign him. Yes, he had somewhat of a down year last year, but let's be honest here. When you're going forward on 4th down every single play, it seems like, the punter is going to get less action. And we know this guy's got the big boot. He's young. Special teams can help you win football games. Ask the Green Bay Packers, who are absolutely god-awful in special teams. For the Detroit Lions, I think it would be a good option to re-sign him. Got to do it. Next on my list is a backup here, and I think could have a bigger role too in case there is injuries, and that's Evan Brown, the Lions offensive lineman who filled in for Frank Ragnow last year. This guy was absolutely solid. Absolutely. Came in, and it felt like no beat was missing. When it comes to the offensive line and depth, it is vital towards the success of any team. We were savaged on injuries. And having a guy like him in the lineup, just in case if we lose a big V, or if Jonah Jackson or Frank Ragnow goes down again, you can insert him, and the offense can continue to thrive. You got to be able to run the football and protect the quarterback. It may cost a little bit more money to get Evan Brown, but I think it's really important to get this guy back to being a Detroit Lion. How about we talk about De'Vondre Campbell? Why did I put him on the list? Because the Detroit Lions need a linebacker, and guess what? The Green Bay Packers just put all the money towards Aaron Rodgers, and they franchise tag Devonte Adams. So there's going to be some players they may not be able to bring back. De'Vondre Campbell is one of them, and he's a pretty good linebacker. You look at his stats last year, 102 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions. That's exactly what the Lions need. We need help a linebacker. We need a guy that could be able to help out Derek Barnes. We need to get better in the middle of the field. And I think he'd be a good addition. I don't know how much money it's going to cost. I think it's going to be somewhat of a higher price tag. Not too insane, though. We're not talking about Trey Flowers' price tag. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Also, right now, folks, I'm trying to get to 20,700 subscribers. Right now, currently, we're at 20,655. Smash that subscribe button. Let's get to 20,700. I'm trying to compete with Chat Sports right now to be, elevate on the ladder of channel sizes. And right now, I'm probably about 7th right now, and I like to continue to trend up there, jump over some other channels like the Dolphins channel. So hit that subscribe button so we can do that. How about re-signing Tracy Walker? Yes, we talked about getting Marcus Williams, but you could get both, in all honesty. And Tracy Walker, there's rumors that the Lions were working on re-signing him. We've seen the Jamal Williams tweet. I think he could be a good addition bringing back. And if you put him and Marcus Williams combination together, the defense automatically is going to be better. And I think that would be much improved in this upcoming season, fixing the defense. We look at his stats last year. Solo tackles, a 74. 0 forced fumbles. 1 interception. And we're talking about 6 pass defense. That's exactly would be good for the Lions, to having both individuals back there. One guy that can get the turnovers, the other guy who's pretty solid, a much better improved secondary. Again, it's going to cost a little bit of money for the Lions to do so. I was going to talk about we need to sign Josh Reynolds. But guess what just happened? The Detroit Lions signed Josh Reynolds to a 2-year deal, around $6 million a year, so not too bad. And I'm happy that the Lions did that. The depth at the wide receiver position is better now. If they continue to add wide receivers in the draft, and like I was saying, getting Al Robinson, the depth can get better. Is he worth the contract, though? Let's look at his stats this last year. 29 receptions, 396. 2 touchdowns, 13.7 average. It doesn't necessarily show you everything of why he values to the Detroit Lions. Why is that? Because as soon as he came over, the Lions offense did much better. I like the signing. I think it's solid. I'm happy he is back. Let me know what you guys think. Are you happy that Josh Reynolds is back as a Detroit Lion? You want to know what's also really good? What can make you happy is making money. If you go to chatsports.com/LionsBet, that is BetUS, you can bet on some games, the NBA. You can bet on the NFL draft, who's going to be in the selection. You don't have to do big bets. You can do $5 bets, and that would be solid to make a little bit of extra cash there. Put in promo code LIONS125. You can save 125% on a deposit bonus. and continue to make a little bit of extra cash, and that's always a good thing. Let's get into another player the Detroit Lions should look to resign. Now you're going to say, Matt Nelson, no way, this guy was cheeks. He wasn't that bad on the offensive line, but what really made him good and stand out to me is when the Detroit Lions were trying to run the football, and they made him an extra blocker on there. That really opened up that running game and that pounding philosophy, that blue-collar mentality that we need to have on this offense, and he really was solid when that happened. We really started running the football. So if the Detroit Lions can re-sign him to a real cheap deal, we're talking veteran minimum type of cheap deal, that's going to help up the Lions in a long haul, running the football and getting it done the correct way. How about another cheap signing here, another depth player for the Detroit Lions, and that's Maurice Hurst here, the defensive tackle out of San Francisco 49ers, 292. He's 6'1". He's got 32-inch arms. I think it'd be solid for depth-wise. He's not going to be no starter. He's going to be a rotational player. You look at his stats here, there's nothing really to hang your hat on. We're talking about 2 combinations of tackles, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. But again, we're talking about a player who's going to be a depth. I feel like the Detroit Lions have done a really good job on the defensive line in the draft, and if they really want to get better at the defensive tackle position, just simply draft there. You can get another depth player, and I think that's exactly what he could be for the Lions. But what's also can be good is that you guys making sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest news and rumors regarding our Detroit Lions. Tomorrow, the One Pride podcast on my channel, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I think we have a special guest on. We'll see. But make sure you guys show up and put in questions so you can be featured on Saturday's video, the mailbag video. Follow me on all social media sites, Twitter, Lions Nation Unite, Facebook. It's MicrtoMike85 for Twitter, MicrtoMike on the rest of them. I'm on there, and we can have a good time. With that said, folks, adios.